Are you a Yankees fan? Well, even if you're not, did you always want that new shirt that the Yankees put out, the no-run DMC shirts, that awesome bullpen, but you just couldn't afford it? Well, now you can, because there's tons of them that are on sale, because the three-headed monster for the New York Yankees is no more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Athletic Alert, sponsored by Michael Rosenblum, podiatrist, your foot and ankle specialist. I'm your host, Colin, and today we are talking about the icebreaker in what is known as the craziest week in baseball, the 2016 MLB trade deadline. Yes, some trades have already happened, but probably the week that will yield the most trades started today with a blockbuster deal that involved 5 players. The New York Yankees traded with the Chicago Cubs. The deal itself was that the Yankees would be sending over their Cuban flamethrower, Aroldis Chapman, to the Cubs for 4 players. Those 4 players would be their own former pitcher, right-handed pitcher Adam Warren, and 3 prospects. The most promising of the 3 being a shortstop named, excuse me if I botched the name, Gleyber Torres, and also prospect outfielders Brian McKinney and Rashad Crawford. Now, in terms of how good was this deal for either side? Well, if you ask me who got the better part of the deal, I'm trying not to be too biased because I'm a Yankees fan, but I do think the Yankees made the Cubs pay a little bit too much for Chapman. I think they got a lot out of this deal. Torres right now is tearing it up. Supposedly the biggest guy part of this trade for the Yankees is Torres. He's a shortstop prospect playing in high A ball right now. And through a little under 100 games in high A ball, the guy's hitting .275 with just under 20 stolen bases, 9 home runs, and I believe 45 RBIs. Those are fairly good numbers. It looks like the guy can do a little bit of everything, and if you ask me, the way the Yankees, I think, are going to play this out is, I know they lost a big arm in their bullpen. However, the Yankees didn't really need Chapman. Chapman is a free agent by the end of this year. So they would have had to extend his contract, which would have cost them a lot of money. So instead, they flipped him. I say we because I'm part of the fan base, but they already have Miller and Betances in their bullpen, which are a great setup guy and a great closer no matter which way you put him. So really, Chapman just added another arm to that section. I'm glad they actually traded him because they got some pieces they need. They kind of rejuvenated the farm system now that Torres, McKinney's now going to be in there, and this guy Crawford. Who knows how good they can be? Guys can become stars out of nowhere. We see it happen in the MLB all the time. So it's good to have a farm system that's promising. And they get back a pitcher in Adam Warren who they've had before, and he's a great two-way pitcher. He can come out of the bullpen and do a great job, and he can also be a spot starter, really, if you need him. Why did the Cubs make this deal then? If I think the Yankees got such a good deal, why would the Cubs even, consider it? Well, they kind of needed Chapman. They really don't have a guy in their bullpen who's a strong lefty that can get lefties out. Their bullpen's been a little shaky this year besides their own closer, Hector Rondon, who has under a 2 ERA and has saved 18 games for them thus far. So it'll be interesting to see what Joe Maddon does because now he has Chapman and Rondon. Will he split the saves? Will he give the closer's job to Chapman because he has a little bit better stuff? Or will he stick with the guy he's had his whole year in Hector Rondon? Chapman, his stats for this season are pretty good. I mean, he had that suspension in the beginning of the year, so he hasn't played all year. But he has an ERA just above 2, and he saved 20 games already for the Yankees. So not as good as a season as he had last year in Cincinnati, but still very, very good. And he can do big things for the Cubs. Now, I believe the Cubs brought him in just because they're trying to make, it's clear now, they're trying to make this World Series push. I mean, obviously they have one of the best records in the MLB. Obviously they're going to get a good seed in the playoffs. We get it, but now what they're doing, what Joe Maddon is doing, and the front office of the Cubs is spending a lot of money because, well, and I'm saying money, not cash, in organization, in players and people. They're putting a lot of people on the line to bring in people they need. They needed a lefty in their bullpen. That was one of their holes. Now they just filled it. Did they overpay for it? Yeah, but that's because they think this year we're going all the way. So it looks as though the Cubs are in it for the long haul. They're putting all their cards on the table, and hopefully we'll see if it works out. For the Yankees, it looks like they have a promising up-and-coming infield. Didi Gregorius hasn't been the person the Yankees thought he would be, but he actually is having a decent season this year, so maybe they're thinking of keeping him and converting this new prospect Torreyes to third base because Chase Headley clearly hasn't worked out. Maybe they want to move him to second and maybe ship Castro. Who knows? But now they have Adam Warren back, who's a good pitcher, and they have tons of prospects to work with. We have to remember Torres is only 19, so there's plenty of time to mold him any way they choose. The question really that comes out of this trade is, what are we looking at with the Yankees here? Is this a team that's selling completely? Is this the start of a fire sale? Or is this the start of some master plan by Brian Cashman to maybe bring in all these prospects just to send them someplace else to bring in a big name? Like I've heard Chris Sale floating around because the Yankees could really use a starter. Who knows? Because they could use a good pitcher for the future. But that's yet to be seen, and I guess we'll see probably within this coming week if the Yankees decide to make any more moves. This certainly is a gigantic move, and we'll see how it works out for both teams. It looks like the Yankees got the better deal in the long run, but you never know how prospects are going to turn out. All we know is that a man who throws 105 miles per hour is now going to a team that is already very good and probably doesn't even need him, but they just totally upgraded their squad, and the Yankees are looking to rebuild for the future. That's going to do it here for Athletic Alert. As I said, I'm your host, Colin. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. It really motivates us. And comment. All right, what do you think? My Yankees fans, are you happy we let go of Chapman? Do you think we got enough for him? I most certainly do, but you might have a different opinion. My non-Yankees fans, was it a good deal for the Cubs? Or what do you think about the Yankees right now? What direction are they going in? Are they looking 4 or 5 years down the road from now? Or is this part of a big plan for maybe in a year or two get back to the postseason and win the World Series? I want to know that down below, so please leave it all in the comments. That's going to do it for this update. Hopefully there's more trades that'll be coming in the next few days. It's going to be a bit of a frenzy. We'll try and cover as many as we can. And before I end the video, I just personally wanted to say I'm sorry we haven't uploaded in quite a long time. The reason being, I've actually been holding out for these trades. I thought trades were going to happen a lot sooner. Apparently, they didn't. The GMs are waiting till last minute and cramming them all in, and this is just the start. So I wanted to get the first trade out to you right away. That's why I'm making this video, but it didn't happen till about 6 days after our Arian Foster video. But that's just how sports works. You never know when something's going to happen. So that's going to do it, guys. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. And remember to comment. We will see you all next time. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We have a Snapchat now. Check out for all those things. We'll catch you all next time. And have a great day.